I plead with Americans everywhere to really come and support Tibet. It's very important because one day you're just giving the encouragement for other governments to do such atrocities. We must stop this immediately. And we have so many people here. There's what, at least a few thousand people here today, and there's a lot more that support us. Why? Why are people here? It's, as I said, the human rights issue is within everyone. You feel it in your heart. You know that you see this injustice. You feel it in your heart. You know that you have to come out. You have to speak out about this. I've been speaking out for the Taiwanese community and for the general Asian American community for years now. And I'm sure you guys will too. And I'm sure people on the side, you know, I plead with them, come help out. You might not think you're doing much of a difference, but you are. There are thousands of people in Tibet, okay, in prisons and stuff. And how do they survive that torture? As a man mentioned earlier, they survive it because they know we're here. There are people out there allied with them. Us standing here gives strength to those people in those jails being tortured. We being here talking gives them the will to live and to fight on. Okay? That's why we must be here. We must continue. Some people say, this might be the end or whatever. It's not. This is the beginning. Everyone knows what happened to Russia after the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Everyone saw South Korea democratize after they ran the Olympics. It might be a pipe dream, but I hope maybe China can lay its hands off Tibet, show some human rights. You know, that's my part of my dream. When I heard in 2001 that Beijing won the Olympics, I was really shocked. I was like, what did they do to get that? And apparently they made all these promises. You know, they would improve the human rights. They would, you know, allow the media, as I said before. None of that was made, you know, none of that actually happened. Surprisingly enough, they just put on a giant show. People are saying like, the Tibetans, this quote-unquote Tibetans they had in the opening Olympics, they weren't even Tibetans. They didn't look like Tibetans to me, they looked like Chinese kids, you know? If China can't even find Tibetans, like 5 to march for the opening of the Olympics, then you know that it's doing something terrible. If it can't even find 5, you know, it's a horrible, horrible thing that they're doing to people, not only to themselves, but to everyone. So, another thing I wanted to talk about was to bring up other issues, like how come some of our Taiwan friends are out here today? Because we experienced something called the Kuomintang, the Chinese nationalists, and they fought with the communists, but they're just as bad. They killed lots of people in Taiwan, you know, lots of people were tortured. First thing they came to the island, thousands of our, you know, academics and people were silenced, and they were just shot, brought to prisons. And we underwent the longest period in martial law, and to think that other people are undergoing the same thing that we are is unacceptable. I cannot live with that, you know. It's not something that I can feel comfortable with. We just hope that everyone can get what we already have here in America, the same freedom and democracy and, you know, human rights. That's all the Tibetans are asking for. You know, it would be great if China could say, you know what, for the Olympics, we're going to open up a democracy for Tibet. But what did they do? Crackdowns, jail people, two journalists were beaten just before the Olympics. I mean, what is this? It's a crazy world out here. We must be out here and talk. We must be out here and show a force. This is just the beginning. I plead with you guys to bring a lot of this online, because I was online and I'm reading all this news, and I see all these posters, you know, from China, you know, with names like obvious Chinese names like you know, like CC Tang or you know, China Party this or whatever, and they're writing lies, you know, on the internet, telling Americans, oh, you know, Tibet was always a part of China since ancient times. Well, that's weird, because I've got, you know, all these maps of China dating back to the 900 AD, and they don't have Tibet in there. So where did this come from? And then they say other things like, oh, Tibetans want the improvements we're bringing to Tibet. Really? Have they asked the Tibetans? Here, let me ask you this. How many of you guys think that China is improving Tibet? I don't hear anything. You know, we need to spread the message, not only in person, not only to our friends, but also online. We need to tell people about the Tibetan situation. We as Taiwanese, we understand. We have 1,400 Chinese ballistic missiles aimed at Taiwan right now, and they're adding more every day. They want to make us, they want to treat us the same way, and that's not acceptable. And I hope with more participation and you guys coming out, and you know, we'll carry on the fight, that one day Tibet will be free. I know it'll happen. It's just, we have to keep it up, day by day. For my parents, when they were fighting for Taiwan freedom, it took them over 50 years, and some of their friends were jailed and killed. So I know this is a long fight, this is a long haul, but you know what, keep it up day by day. As long as you guys are fighting, I'll be fighting alongside you. Free Tibet now! Free Tibet now! Free Tibet now! Thank you so much.